Okay.
At least he didn't give her an iPod.
The British should have been more appreciative of our president. Come on.
Absolutely.
I agree.
And he should have been invited to the wedding. Why wasn't he invited to the wedding?
Yeah.
Because heads of state weren't invited to the wedding, they said.
Yeah. All right. Does any of this matter? I think the president had a horrible week with Bibi. We don't have a lot of time left in the segment. What did you think of the Bibi? The weekend in itself.
Well, you know, I think it was a very tough week. A lot of things are going on. The things that he's saying about Israel and going back to the lines in '67 and upsetting that part of the world. Well, a lot of other things are going on. This little gaffe, with toasting, and you know, he's having a hard time. I mean, if you write down 2008 when you're signing a book to the Queen, and
pretty bad.
I mean, I can understand 2010. You know how you forget on your checks that it's January 2011, you write 2010.
And I think,
obviously
we
there's
give
something
rights to
going
foreign
on.
combatants. We shouldn't stifle the Israeli Prime Minister in the White House for making a statement. Let him exercise our First Amendment rights. I cannot get angry with him, and he should have spoken out, and I'm glad he did.
I'm glad he did. Sorry. Ron, I promise I'll let you in on this. Time to check in with Greta. Sneak peek. What's coming up on the record, Greta?
Good evening, John. Tonight, Governor Rick Perry is back to go on the record, and tonight we'll find out whether or not he has any intention of running for President of the United States. Governor Huckabee is also here, and of course, the all-time favorite, the legal panel, is here. So I know that's your favorite. So I hope you stick around and watch.
Of course, the whole show's my favorite. Anyway, Greta, coming up in 20 short minutes from right now, and we'll continue with our Great American Panel. Will John Edwards be indicted? And as tradition, Leanne throws us out. There you go. All right, as we continue with our Great American Panel, it's time to reveal the results of our text vote. So do you think Governor Palin's going to run for president? 43% of you said yes. 51% think she is not likely to run. And 6% of you are not sure. Interesting results. You think she'll run?
I don't.
You don't?
Nope.
No.
I think she might.
I think she might, too.
I think she might, too. And I think she seems to be getting, as time goes on, more concerned about the nation's progress, and she's articulating that. I see an edge to her that I didn't necessarily see 6 or 8 months ago.
The fire in the belly.
Yeah, I do.
It's too profitable.
What's that?
Too profitable. She's making great money out there. It's a great personality. She doesn't have to run for president. She can make money and be politically
you're assuming that
influential.
money motivates everybody. I don't think money is the motivation.
I didn't say everybody. I said in her case, I think that's the case.
And you really think that's the case? I think she's really governed by her beliefs. I think that's why she takes on a lot of tough issues.
I hope she runs, and I hope she wins.
Do you think she's going to run?
I think she might. Yeah. But I don't know. She's been the hardest to figure out.
Right.
And she's holding her cards in close. All right, you wanted to weigh in on Bibi.
Yeah, because I'm the dissenter on the panel. I think President Obama took great political risks by making the speech that he did in terms of going back to the 1967 borders. However, it's not new. I mean, there's nothing new about that. He talked about, swaps of land. At some point,
no president has ever proposed going back to 67 borders.
He didn't say exactly that. He said as a framework and swaps for land. I mean, and Bush did talk about that in that same regard. But the main thing is, this has got to be solved, and somebody's got to stand up to AIPAC, and somebody's got to stand up to Netanyahu.
AIPAC? What's wrong with AIPAC?
Well, I mean, because they're the ones who, in my judgment, our policy is held hostage by AIPAC. It's not rocket.
What are you saying? Held hostage by AIPAC? What does that mean?
I'm using because it's almost as if you cannot talk about Israel, and in terms of our policy there, being an imbalanced policy.
Well, let me dissent from that, because that's that old, tired routine about Zionism and about Zionism controlling the media. That's done. That's over. I think if we're going to have a discussion, we'll have a dispassionate discussion about borders and about Palestine and about the state of Israel. But Bibi Netanyahu was right. The folks in Palestine don't want to recognize a Jewish state, and they need to recognize a Jewish state. And so if there's going to be a recognition of one state, there's got to be recognition of both. Well, and I think it's immoral to say to Israel, listen, we're going to condemn you to 9 miles of land. Because
indefensible.
And then to say that
talking about 22% of historical
he never said the same thing.
No,
let me get Leanne in here. Go ahead.
Obviously, I think we need to support Israel. It's a very hostile world all the way around them. And, our policies have to be better. I think they have to be friendlier towards them. And I think that it was very hostile what our president did to them. And I think they have an ally in us, and I think we need to show that.
He's got moral clarity. He understands because he's living this every day. And President Obama's, it just seems like this is some academic exercise.
He made to Congress.
The best way
to protect Israel. All right, guys, we got to run. Thank you all. Good to see you, panel. And tonight, if you missed last night's interview with the former Palin aide, don't miss this heated debate next. Now, last night I went head-to-head with the former aide to Governor Sarah Palin, who wrote the scathing and controversial new book, Blind Allegiance to Sarah Palin, a memoir of our tumultuous years. And our conversation was so heated that it continued after the show ended. Take a look. Let me go through this with you because this is really serious. Because I read the book, I see the emails that you got. You printed out all of these emails. You told the U.S. attorney in Tennessee that you made a copy of all the Palin emails, and was that true? When you said, you made a copy of all those?
When her accounts were hacked, absolutely, I did everything I could to protect the Palins.
All right, so you did it, but you actually kept the emails for yourself.
I didn't keep them for myself. I
You had a
distributed
CD.
them out to the Palins.
All right, but in essence, you're releasing all these emails in public. And my question is...
No, that is not...
But you're releasing a lot of them in your book.
Sean, I am not releasing any
Are there how many emails are in your book?
We accessed, you know, of my own personal emails, 30, 40, 50,000 emails. These were emails sent to and from me. You're confusing
Let me ask you a question.
Different issues.
I don't save emails that people send me. Why would you? How long were you thinking back that I'm going to save these emails? And didn't you originally have a Sarah pack? You know, one of the 4 Sarah Palin packs. Weren't you originally seeking one of those people on that website to help co-author the book?
Absolutely not.
I have an email from you. I have an email that your wife was discussing this herself.
This person was talking about a screenplay about true.
A screenplay and a book.
I don't. I've
and
no
your
idea
own wife, your wife was emailing back.
Sean,
is it not true that your wife was back?
Why don't we want a leader that will reduce the size of government? She grew government every single year. She put a Planned Parenthood.
Why did you stay with her,
Sean?
Why did you do the attacks for her?
I talk about that. It's a great question. I confess that in the book. But Sean, she put a Planned Parenthood judge on the Alaska Supreme Court who was just nominated by President Obama onto the Ninth Circuit.
No, but I'm trying.
That is not a conservative leader.
I'm trying to understand.
That is not someone who believes in.
But I'm looking at you, and I'm looking at the motivation, because here you've got Sarah Palin's picture on the cover of your book. Right. This is a book about Sarah Palin. This is a woman that you say from early on you saw all of these problems. You reveal personal information about her relationship with her husband, her relationship with her children in this book. And I'm thinking, you save all these emails all the years you're working for her. You think all these horrible things about her for all this period of time. You don't speak out. You are an accomplice to all of this. And now you're trying to make money off this. And I just want to know why. Why would you be so? Because loyalty to me is key. If I can't work for somebody because they don't live up to my principles, I quit.
Sean,
why did you stay, and now why are you trying to make money on it?
Many of the points that you bring up are absolutely incorrect. If I never made a dime off of this.
You wrote a book. Are you doing this for free?
Told.
Are you doing this book for free? Did you get an advance?
Of course I'm not doing it for free, Sean.
So you're making money off it. That's my point.
Off of our difficult story of our life. My wife and children labored through some of the bad decisions that I made and the decisions that I made to actually carry out things for Sarah
But I'm trying
Palin.
to understand this. Why the hell did you stay if you thought she was that awful?
You know, Sean, we absolutely need leaders that are honest.
You're repeating,
you're
not honest.
Not honest.
You're not honest.
I am truthful. I told the truth. You can check the facts.
No, I'll tell you what's
my chalkboard moment on Fox.
You know what's dishonest? I'm going to tell you what's dishonest.
What is dishonest?
You know what's dishonest? You're full of crap. You're sitting here, you know, sanctimoniously talking about her children, which is unforgivable. Wait a minute. I never talk about. You ever hear me talk about Bill Clinton's children? Daughter Chelsea? No. You ever hear me talk about the Obama kids? No. You do so. You say basically they got bad grades because of their mother. The mother wasn't around. The father was out doing his job. The kids were getting bad grades. I don't even want to hear from my daughter Bristol. You lay out all of this garbage, and you stayed there, and you did the dirty work, and you're the one under investigation, and you're the one that might get indicted.
Check out the truth, Sean.
That's the truth. You're being investigated. True or false?
I have done everything they've asked for.
Are you being investigated by the Attorney General?
No.
Yes, you are. The Attorney General just recently reaffirmed. You say it's frivolous. This has been pending for over a year. The Attorney General issued a statement recently reaffirming the investigation. True or false, sir?
There is an ethics complaint, just like 20 plus that went against Sarah Palin when she was governor. There are many frivolous complaints. We have been told that that thing is absolutely baseless, and I've done everything that the Attorney General's office has asked me to do.
The thing is you sit here and you throw your rocks, and you took your cheap shot at me in your book as well. And you know something? I'm looking at you right in the eye, and I'm telling you that if you did all these things, and you said all these things for her, and you compromised your values,
Right.
that you should have put your cover on the book, and you should have said, you compromised your soul. And not put, you don't go after children. You sound like a disgruntled, bitter guy that betrayed her boss and now is trying to capitalize on it.
What do I have to be disgruntled over? I got an
You're having an investigation, and you may go to jail.
Come on. I got an amazing front seat to politics. I got a chance to send up 15 judges to, operate in our state. I mean, I got an amazing opportunity. I am not.
Thanks to Governor Palin.
I'm not bitter. Absolutely, and thanks to the hard work of a lot
this
of
book isn't bitter.
That's right. It's not. It's owning. It's
How would you like it if I spent time around your wife, your children, your family, and I saved all your emails for years, and I had opinions that were evolving about you, but I kept working for you. I kept being friends with you, saving all your emails, and then I wrote about your kids. I wrote about your relationship with your wife, and I betrayed you. Wait a minute. How would you feel?
If I put myself out there, I will. But if I put myself out there as someone that I'm not, I would hope that somebody somebody who loved me, somebody who cared about me,
you're doing this out of love,
and say that, you know what, Frank, you are wrong.
Let me tell you something, Frank.
And you know what?
Something?
She surrounds herself with people that are cheerleaders.
If I was in your,
that's sad.
I would go to you privately. I would go to you privately. I wouldn't publish your emails.
People have.
I wouldn't publish your emails.
People do.
I wouldn't talk about your children or your wife or things that I learned in friendship, because you know what? That's a betrayal. Yeah. You're doing this for a buck. It's sad.
That's crazy, Sean. That is
just
crazy.
True.
It was
put your own picture on the cover of the book.
This truth. My picture is on there. You know, my boy said.
Yeah, and by the way, was that photo cropped?
Were your books photoshopped at all?
No.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
See, that's the thing. It's up to the publisher,
Wait a minute, but I didn't. But wait a minute. That wasn't. You put your picture with her with you behind her, but that's not a real picture, is it?
My boy.
So that was not a real picture.
And he said to me, he said, "Daddy, why are you so sad?"
But that's not a real picture. You had a picture of her with other people that you cropped and put you behind it.
Are you just taking off of her, Sarah?
I'm not talking about. So I don't have her talking points. I have not talked to the governor about this.
You're telling me?
Excuse me. I have not talked to the governor about. I have not talked to the governor about your book. No.
Yeah. Okay.
But I read on the internet that you photocropped it. Is that right or wrong?
Absolutely, it's fine.
So you made the illusion that you're sitting behind it.
Difficult day.
All right, I got to go.
In the life of Frank Bailey.
All right, Frank, appreciate it. Thank you. And that is all the time we have left this evening. As always, thank you for being with us. Let not your heart be troubled. The news continues as we toss it to Greta Van Susteren, standing by to go on the record tonight. Greta, take it away.